Hey guys, I wanted to show you what we're going to do for math today. And this is very similar to what we did yesterday. However, we increased the place value. Okay. So Elijah had 1,356 brownies left over from the bake sale. He decided to share them with 3 friends. How many brownies would each person receive? So, just like yesterday, I'm going to take my marker. I'm going to make my problem. I'm going to make my equation. 1,356 divided by 4. So my dividend is 1,356. And my divisor, which tells how many groups I split it into, is 4. So I'm actually going to add a column to this today, because my number has 4 digits. 1,000, 300s, 5 tens, and 6 ones. And I'm dividing it into 4 equal groups. And if I need a reference for them, 4 is facts, it's right there. So I'm going to model 1,356 in this big circle. Now, you know that in base 10, the thousands are the big cube, okay? Now, I'm not going to ask you to draw a big cube, all right? We're actually going to be a little bit creative here. I'm actually going to do a triangle for 1,000, okay? So there's 1,000. There's 300s. There's 5 tens. And 6 ones. And with the 6 ones, I'm going to kind of put it in an array. I think that's a little bit easier. So I'm going to do 2 rows of 3. All right. So now we're ready to divide. Now, my first thing is I know I've got to divide the biggest place value. Okay. Now, I only have one of the thousands, and I have to divide it 4 ways. I can't do that. Okay. So I can't give any thousands to each group. So 0 times 4, I gave 0 thousands to each group, which leaves me with still my 1,000 left. Okay. However, what I can do is I can take this 1,000 and break it into 10 tens. Okay. I can break that into 10 tens. And when I do that, I'll have these 10 hundreds plus these 300s to give me 1,300s. So I will end up sharing 1,300s. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I still have, I'm doing 10, so I'm going to have to put those back up there because there's not enough there. So now I'm looking at it, and I have those 3 tens, those 300s here, and those 200s. That's 500s altogether, okay? Which means I can take these at least these 4, and I can put them in the groups because there's enough. So I'm going to go 100, 200, write that out, 300, mark that out, and 400. Mark that out. Okay. So as you can see, I gave 300s to each group. So up here, I'm going to say that I gave 3 hundreds to each group. And in total, 3 times 4 is 12. That means I gave away 12 hundreds. And if I had 13 and I gave 12 away, that means I have 100 left. Now, we know we can't have a remainder of 100. That does not work. So I'm going to break that into 10 tens, okay? And I'm going to change color. So I'm going to take this 100 and I'm going to divide it here into 10 tens, okay? Mark that out. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I have 2 more left for the 10, right? That I can't put in there. From when I regrouped this 100 for 10 tens, I can only put 8 in there, okay? But now, as you can see, I have these 5 and these 2. So that means I still have some left I could keep giving. So let's give these 2. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to mark those out. And I can give 2 more of those. 3, 4. So I got rid of those 2. But I still have 3 left. I can't put the 3 tens into the groups because there's not enough for each group. So let's look at how many tens I was able to give. I was able to give 3 tens to each group. So up here, I was able to give 3 tens. And I know that 3 times 4 is... Oh, sorry, I forgot to move that up there. We ended up with 15 tens. My bad. I know that 3 times 4 is 12. So in reality, I gave away 12 of the tens, which left me with 3 tens. And that's exactly what you see there. Okay? Now, I know I cannot just have a remainder of 3 tens. I know I'm going to have to take those tens and I'm going to have to break them into ones. And I know that 3 tens is the same thing as 31s. So if I combine those 31s with the ones I already have, that means I have 36 ones. So I'm going to change colors here. I'm going to regroup these for 30 tens. For 30 ones. I keep saying the wrong thing. So let's keep going. 1, 2, 3. It's not very dark. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, I'm giving away 30 right now. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're getting closer. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Now, if I only have 30, I can't go around again at this point. So I'm going to put these 2 up here in my little bank. Okay? Now, I know that these are the 6 ones I started with. And now I have 2 more ones to add to it. So that means I'm still giving away ones. I have 8 of them left. Well, this works out perfect because if there's 8 ones, I know that there's 4 groups. I can give 2 ones to each group. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I've gotten rid of all of those. So now let's look. How many ones did I give away? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, just to be sure, I can check each group. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I gave 9 ones to each group. Okay. And I know that 4 times 9 is 36. So if I gave all 36 of the ones away, I don't have any left, which means I don't have a remainder. I just have my quotient here of 339. Now I'm going to make sure that this matches what is inside of a group. So I have 300s, I have 310s, and I have my 9 ones. So 1,356 divided by 4 is 339, which means Elijah and his friends would each get 339 brownies. Now, if I wanted to check, okay, if I wanted to double check that I was right, then I would multiply 339 times 4. Okay. And if I did it correctly, then I will get 1,356 when I multiply. And I'll just go ahead and do that on a calculator real quick because I don't have a lot of room. So 339 times 4. You see, I'm going backwards. And that does give me 1,356. So I did it correctly. I hope this helps.